WIBTA if I took my son and his friends out for his birthday instead of my wife and stepdaughters? I am not op. Original post by you, it's a me a throwaway in r, am I the asshole? An NBSP. Trigger warnings. Verbal abuse, neglect of a child. Less than. An NBSP. An NBSP. WIBTA if I took my son and his friends out for his birthday instead of my wife and stepdaughters? May 7, 2023. I am 42. Have 3 kids. A son Isaac, 12 almost 13, with my ex who is no longer in the picture, and twin stepdaughters from my wife's previous relationship. Emma and Ava, 7. Isaac's 13th birthday is coming up next week, and he said that he wants to go to the movies, and asked if he could bring 2 friends along. I agreed, and we planned a day out of fun, arcade, pizza, and a movie. These were all activities that I know that my son and his friends, nerdy middle school boys, would enjoy. When I told my wife about our plans, she suggested that we should have a family outing instead, and proposed a local kiddie playplace that my stepdaughters apparently love. I said that Isaac and his friends would be very disappointed, and that he wouldn't have fun at the kiddie playplace. She tried to convince me that Isaac could still have fun because there was an arcade, 2 claw machines, a pinball table, and a small DDR machine. She also said that, since he sees his friends at school every day, family time should be prioritized over friends. I told her that it was unfair to force Isaac to spend his birthday at a kiddie playplace instead of with his friends. She accused me of favoritism and of not loving my stepdaughters as much Isaac. This hit me pretty hard because I grew up with a stepfather who neglected me in favor of his own kids, and I've been trying my hardest to be the father figure I never had. I've been spiraling down a rabbit hole of doubt about my own choices. And for the sake of my own sanity, WIBTA? An NBSP. Update. WIBTA if I took my son and his friends out for his birthday instead of my wife and stepdaughters? May 10, 2023. TL. DR. My soon-to-be ex-wife is a monster, and I'm a terrible parent. First of all, I just want to thank everyone who commented on my last post for opening my eyes. Folks said that there was more to my wife, who I will be calling Erica, than I knew. Y'all said I should to talk to my son about what went on behind my back. And I did. I regret not doing so earlier. Yesterday, my son had the day off school. Teacher prep day, I think. And I took the day off of work. After Erica left to go to her job and drive the girls to school, I sat my son down, and starting gently, I asked him about what Erica was like when I wasn't around. I work pretty late, so this was fairly often. At first he was vague, and hesitated to say anything bad about her. This set me on high alert, as it reminded me vividly of a similar conversation from my own childhood. And I assured him that he could be truthful with me. After some reassurance, he finally started talking about what she was really like. Here is a not comprehensive list of things he told me about. He was not allowed to go to his friend's house down the street. I allow this normally as we've known the family for years. He was berated and yelled at for spending time alone in his room. He was berated and yelled at for not playing with the twins. He was made to watch the twins while Erica ran errands. She was often gone for hours. He was told that I would be angry with him if he didn't obey her, or spoke badly of her to me. I again reassured him that I was not angry or upset with him. Needless to say, it was an emotional conversation. I'm feeling very guilty that this all happened under my nose. I'm blown away that the woman I thought was the love of my life could do that to my son. I married a woman who is just like my stepfather, and I don't know how to come to terms with this. We went out to lunch to wind down and spend some more quality time together. When we got back, I had him pack a suitcase in case we had to leave. I also packed a suitcase. I was so furious with Erica. I never wanted to see her again. More importantly, I never wanted her in the same house as my son. Erica arrived home with the twins and was shocked to see me waiting for her at the table. I sent the twins to their rooms. My son was already standing by in his own and gestured for her to sit down. I confronted her about her treatment of my son. At first, she tried to say that he was making things up for attention, that he was jealous of the twins for getting some of my love. I shut her down. She then pivoted to the "he's older so he needs to sacrifice for his younger sisters" angle, which I also shut down. As a last-ditch effort, she again accused me of not loving the twins. I got really angry at her then because, as you all pointed out, she was using my childhood trauma to manipulate me. In the end, she admitted to favoring her daughters, but said that it wasn't wrong because every mother has their own kid's best interests at heart. And why would I care about a kid who isn't mine? Quote, my blood ran ice cold. I texted my son to get his suitcase and get to the car, and calmly told her that she could expect to be contacted by a divorce lawyer soon. I'm staying with my son in a hotel right now, and looking at apartments, divorce lawyers, and child therapists in our area. I'm angry. I'm sad. But mostly I'm disappointed in myself for letting it go on for so long. I hope my son can forgive me one day, even though I'm sure I don't deserve it. I wish the best for your daughters. But screw you, Erica. An NBSP. An NBSP. Reminder, I am not the original poster. You don't love the twins, why would I care about a kid who isn't mine? Quote, if Oop didn't already knew before he needed to leave, this should have done it. Good for him and his son. Relevant comment under one of the posts. We were living together for 3 years. Married for 2.5. I'm not entirely sure how long her mistreatment of my son was going on, but from the way he talked about it, it's been for a while. My heart breaks for all the late nights at work, when I trusted that Erica was looking after the kids, but she was actually verbally abusing my son, or had left the kids all alone. Maybe if I would have been home more often, I would have caught something earlier. I suppose I shouldn't dwell on the past too much. It's not healthy. Thank you for the kind words. AITA for the win. Glad that the truth came out and the 5.5 years ended. Also, they own a house together, so hope he can get that sorted. I hope Oop knows that his son will remember this forever. He will look at his dad as the parent who made the time and who reached out on his own to create that safe space to talk. He will remember how his dad heard him, believed him, and took action immediately to help him. I'm sure there will be a stretch in the son's healing journey where he is angry at Oop for not noticing sooner or for marrying the wicked stepmother in the first place. But long term, this kid will know he has a safe parent to go to no matter what. Oop, you are being the parent you needed as a kid. Don't ever forget that. Why would I care about a kid who isn't mine? It's funny when they say the quiet part out loud. This is so sad. But I do hope he finds grace and sees that he does deserve forgiveness for taking action when he found out. Poor Isaac and F.U. Erica. I saw the original post the day he posted it, and this is exactly what I was afraid would happen. Hope he was able to say goodbye to the stepdaughters. Why would I care about a kid who isn't mine? Quote, the hypocrisy of this statement, while also making accusations that Oop didn't love and care for her twins, is astounding. Wow. Cheers to Oop for taking serious action the moment his eyes were open to the possibility of a bad situation. Wow. I remember seeing this and wondering how the mom could in any way think that her suggestion to do the birthday at a kid's playplace was appropriate for a 13-year-old. I'm so happy that Oop took it seriously and talked to the son and really listened. The son will always remember that. So glad that Oop stepped up. It's one thing I've been so paranoid about dating as a divorced parent. I never want to bring a poisonous influence into my daughter's life. Glad he walked away immediately. No one wants a wicked stepmother in their life. I wonder if Erica had a side piece? What was she doing when she left a child to watch her children? Seuss. Admittedly, this is hardly an original thought, but potential romantic partners really should come with warning labels. And the label for the STBX would definitely involve a skull and crossbones. Sheesh. This should be a fun divorce. Pretty convenient that every mother has her own kid's best interests at heart, but Oop shouldn't prioritize his own child because he doesn't love her kids enough. I've never wanted kids, but I think it's due to the childhood trauma I suffered. Even now, I'm not sad I don't have kids because my biggest fear was that I would do the same things to them that my abusers did to me. I'm in a much healthier place, and my husband and I may do fostering for kids who will reunite with parents once they get their stuff together. I can't even imagine the guilt this father is going through. I'm glad he understands the gravity though, and hope he doesn't make the same mistakes again. Oop needs to know his son will always remember his dad stood by his side and immediately made changes to provide a better lifestyle for him. As horrid as that woman was, the fact that he was willing and able to just get up and leave for the sake of his son is going to be so impactful. It might hurt not realizing that your trauma was occurring to your own child. But ultimately he made the right choice by vouching for his son and immediately putting an end to it. What a dad. I hope they have a great future ahead of them and they can learn, bond, and grow through this experience as father and son. I still think the funniest, ironic part of this is how the, hopefully STBX, wife constantly accuses Op of not loving her kids, then admits that not only does she abuse his son, she barely cares about him either. Guess that's the definition of projection. Good luck, Op. I wish you and your son all the best. My stepmother was exactly like this. I would tell my dad. He would ignore me. Then when I was 16, they forced me and my brother and stepsister to move out so they could work on their marriage. They got divorced 2 years later. He chose poorly. My father was and is a selfish asshole. He's gotten more regretful as he's gotten older. But that damage has long since been done. I'm glad Oop prioritized his own son. Children remember. Thank you, Oop, for speaking to your son and listening to what he has to say. I'm so glad he realized and talked to his son. Imagine what that could have looked like in a few years.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.